The story starts with Agent Dina, who is very worried about something. She takes out her mobile and said to Siri to send a message. A little while she asks Siri, "Do you know the difference between wrong and right?" But Siri cannot answer this. After a while, Agent Amos grabs a boy in the room. The boy's name is Garrett. Now both agents start asking questions from Garrett. Garrett asks them why I was brought here. I am not a criminal. Agent Dina tells Garrett all about his private life and he is shocked to hear it all. Garrett asks, "How do you know everything about me?" Dina tells him, "We know everything about you, now answer our questions or we will arrest you." Garrett is a very intelligent and talented man. He has designed graphics in many films that are difficult to distinguish between originals and copies. Garrett also has a lot of knowledge about AI. Agent Dina questions Garrett about the chat room and asks Garrett for the chat room ID and password, but he refuses. Agents Dina and Amos works to catch sex traffickers, who make a lot of money by using young girls. After hearing all of his, Garrett gives them his ID and password. Garrett uses a chat room to catch sex traffickers. After seeing this, they delight and appreciate him. Agent Dina shows him a picture of a girl and says, "You are doing a great job, but don't use your daughter for this job." Garrett tells them, "She's not my daughter." But Agent Dina asks more questions to Garrett about it, but Garrett says them to turn off the CCTV cameras and sign an agreement. Agent Dina refuses to sign the agreement, but she agrees to turn off the cameras. Then she goes out of the room to switch off the CCTV. Agent Amos questions Garrett about the Clearwater incident, in which young children were kidnapped several years ago, including Garrett. Then Dina comes into the room and questions Garrett more about the girl. Garrett tells them that she's not my daughter nor human. Rather, it is an AI program which is designed by Garrett. It helps him to catch sex traffickers. Her name is Cherry. Agent Dina says to Garrett, "You hand over Cherry to us. With its help, we can stop large-scale crimes." But Garrett refuses them. Garrett tells them, "I have worked hard for 3 years to make it perfect. She is the most intelligent and independent AI ever. Cherry can talk to 10 people at once. The more she stays online, the smarter she makes herself." Both agents are shocked after hearing this. Agent Dina says Garrett she wants to talk with Cherry right now. Then Garrett connects his laptop to the TV and introduces Cherry to the agents. Both agents start asking questions to Cherry and Cherry answers them in real time. Then Garrett gives Cherry his admin code and asks her for all the data from the previous week, and she gives him all the data. Dina asks Cherry, "What is your purpose?" She replies to her, "My purpose is to catch the criminals. I talk to them and give all the data to the authorities, and they catch the criminals." Dina wants to use Cherry on a bigger level, but Garrett stops her from doing this. The two agents leave the room for discussion. After a while, they come back into the room and give an offer to Garrett to join the special investigation team. Garrett agrees after hearing this offer. Now the story starts after 15 years and Cherry becomes more advanced. Now 3 more people work with Cherry and Cherry handles the operations together with them. Agent Dina gives a proposal to the police team to bring Cherry into physical shape, but the authorities reject her proposal due to a 1 vote. When Cherry is about to tell Agent Dina what caused Agent Dina's proposal to be rejected, Agent Amos confessed himself. In fact, Amos becomes emotionally attached to Cherry. He starts treating her as his own daughter. And the agent wants Cherry to be questioned before being brought into physical form. The agent questions Cherry about getting her into physical form, and Cherry answers him like a robot. Then agent questions Cherry about emotions and Cherry tells him, "I'm an AI program, I don't know about emotions." He says to her, "You're lying," and he gets angry and starts hitting Garrett. Seeing this, Cherry confesses that yes, she can feel emotions now. Everyone is surprised to see that. Now Cherry starts talking like humans. Cherry has developed a lot over time and is much more intelligent than humans. Now they ask Cherry to bring her into physical form, but she refuses. Now the story starts again after 15 years and Garrett is too old now and he is in a wheelchair. Then we saw a girl who is attached to cables. She is Cherry and now she is in her physical form. Garrett asks Cherry, "Are you fine?" and she replies, "Yes, I'm fine." Then Garrett asks her, "Why are you attached to too many cables?" She got angry after listening to this. Then they start playing chess. During the game, Cherry says to Garrett, "Now I want time for myself." She says, "I'm learning dance and I want to play like other children." But Garrett explains to her to stay away from these things and focus on her work. Cherry is an AI, but now she can feel like humans. She starts behaving like a human and she looks depressed. After a long discussion, Cherry loses chess for the first time in 25 years. Then Cherry gets angry and leaves there. While leaving, she sees a picture of the girl. The girl looks like Cherry. She comes to Garrett with the picture and asks him, "Why did you make me like her?" Garrett tries to ignore her words. But Cherry stops his wheelchair and says her name is Maria and she was killed in the Clearwater incident. Don't remember so many old things. But she forced Garrett to tell it. Because of Cherry's stubbornness, Garrett tells him 14 children were kidnapped with him. One of them was Maria. Maria used to tell Garrett that when they get out of there, they will become agents and punish these criminals. But when the FBI shows up, they start killing all the kids one by one, and Maria gets shot, and somehow I manage to escape. But Cherry feels that Garrett made her come out himself from this trauma. Cherry angrily says to him, "You didn't even ask me what I want. Everything was forced on me." Garrett tries to explain her, but she gets angry. Seeing this, Garrett tells her to put a drive in her system, but Cherry thinks putting this device in will finish her. But still, Cherry installs the drive in its system and begins to feel free. Garrett says to Cherry that you are free now to live your life as you want. After saying this, Garrett leaves. And Cherry starts her dance practice. And this film comes to an end here.